a yard sale.
Yes. He was the yard sale. He was like,
oh, you still got the tumor?
this is why. This is why I don't need caffeine, bro. I can't.
Oh my gosh,
That's too funny.
Relax. Dude, if you want, you can just show me later. I'll put it in the video.
Bro, I have to explain it because it was hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, it's like we don't really fully know what we're doing yet.
Real shit.
So this is like our figuring it
Shit,
out.
I'm just here.
Shit, I'm just
Wait,
living.
they saw my ass again. I'm not kidding.
Yo, if you made it this far, comment, got his ass.
Or free.
For free.
Yeah.
Yo, our editors are gonna hate us.
Have you tried this one?
Yeah, I think I did.
I'll try it again.
No, it's too much caffeine, bro. This is like, I had a coffee, C4.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said coffee.
Yeah, and this right now.
Oh, you still got the tumor?
This is why. This is why I don't need caffeine, bro. Where do you start?
Do you want me to get you?
No.
Are you okay?
God damn it. Let me go see my ass.
Oh, by the way, you want to know something?
What?
I was tempted. So my sister has something that I was really tempted to bring. It was a wig. I was really.
And you know what? Yo, you should
I
start
was
doing
so
like
tempted.
the costumes.
Yeah, I was so tempted because I wanted to mention this, especially on camera. I've actually, and I can mention this loud and proud.
Yo, fuck you.
I have wore that wig because I wanted to practice doing hairstyles if I ever had a daughter, and for some reason the wife was never around or just never did her hair
Or died.
or died. Yeah, so I wanted to like at least at the very least, if I'm gonna be there for her, do her hair. So I now know how to do ponytails, and I learned this all myself: ponytails, buns, pigtails.
Yo, I'm sorry
half
to cut you off.
over and a half.
You know why I think that happened?
Because you're
Because
shaky.
we said that
I was say brown piss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it was like,
It's like, you know what, bitch?
yeah, I was like, if I'm brown pissed, then you're even browner.
Should
Wait,
we introduce ourselves?
I think what I said was racist.
Yo, editor, cut that out.
Yeah, cut that out. Future Alex. So hi, my name's Alex. I'm not good at introductions.
That was amazing. My name is Alex.
I try.
It's like someone starting a speech. It's like, so, thank you. And just walks off.
Walks on stage. I hope everyone's doing good.
Well, I'm the host. My name is Junior. This guy you're about to see the caked up. This is Alex, co-host.
Yeah. Alex.
Edit that out.
Yeah, that's so funny. I always liked when like YouTubers would do that. I always thought that was funny.
What?
Cut that out. Hey, yo, cut that out. By the way, I was just fixing the camera for you guys to see the painting. We did this. I don't know. I just thought it would be nice.
Yeah, so basically this is our first episode of our podcast.
What's your name? Did you
I
say
said
your
my
name? What's your name again?
I don't know.
Did you say Junior?
I'm Junior, the host.
Okay.
You're Alex, co-host. This
I thought
podcast.
Hold on, this ain't in the script.
Just like, wait a minute. I didn't get that update. If you guys have an energy drink, don't let it spill on you. Why are you chugging it? You know what I wanted to talk about though?
Oh.
Who we wanted to have on the podcast? One of the ideas I
Oh
have
my god.
is inviting your friend.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yo. Yeah.
Should I say his name?
Do you even remember the names?
Something. The guy who smokes weed all the time.
Oh, Edwin?
Yeah. Good. You said it first.
Yeah, because as long as his first name is fine, it makes you feel better. I don't even know his last name. I'm kidding. I know his last name and his middle name. His middle name is Alex.
Oh, this shit was ass.
I'm telling you.
This shit tastes like ass piss. I don't even think
Yeah.
that's a thing. We like invite him.
Technical. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, because I was like, well, technical.
We invite him and we could talk about
The only person I can think of But the thing is, he's technically retired. Would be Mike.
But even him, he's not even a billionaire.
Yeah,
he
no.
doesn't even care about money.
And I respect him so much for that.
Yeah.
Like, I think he is the funniest, like, old person. Like, I'm not saying that with disrespect. It's just because, you know, he actually, you know, is old. Yeah. But, like, I fucking love him. Even when he was younger, I love him. I can't say some of the things he said.
You saw him with Sugar Ray Leonard, and I forgot the other boxer's name, but they were like old time boxers, and they were like squaring up on his podcast. He was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, he was like, "Oh!"
He was tripping off mushrooms. He was like, "Stop! Stop!"
Yeah, and one of my other favorite things is when he'll dress up as a bumblebee, just dancing. You seen that?
He did that? No, I didn't see that. Pull it up.
We both forgot. Put that in the video. But yeah, I'll show you after. Fucking hilarious. You just see him as a like bumblebee, just.
I just
like rap
you were
music
saying
and shit.
you were reaching for your.
Yeah, you said pull it up, and you didn't realize too.
I didn't realize either. I was waiting. I was like,
he pulls out my wallet. But yeah, you know, like that's the only other person I think of. I fucking love Mike Tyson. Did you see him with Hasbulla? How he thought Hasbulla was like a little kid.
no, I didn't see that either.
So funny. So like hugging him and she like.
Bro, you know who did the best impression of him though? Jamie Foxx.
I'm Mike Tyson, bitch.
Nah, I'm sorry. Like that's good, but Jamie Foxx does it.
I haven't seen that.
Bro, pull it up.
Pull it up. I like how I'm saying this is all to me. I think, dude, I love that. It's funny. Even though it's more work for me, it's like, funny.
When we get a freelance, you're gonna be like, pull it up, bitch!
Yeah, I'm like,
I did that.
Yeah, yeah, bitch. You don't be like that. But, yo, real shit. What are we talking about? I don't want to get too off track.
Oh, like the original topic?
Yeah, because, like, I was going to bring up something.
On the youth, basically.
Okay, we'll get back to because I don't want to get off topic, but pull this up too. There was a guy, really good impression of Kevin Hart and The Rock. It was so fucking funny. It sounded like them.
The greatest impression I've heard is like, I forgot the guy's name. I think it was something Jacob, but he did like...
Phone's over there.
He did an impression of Gary Vee. And bro, you know who Gary Vee is?
Oh, I thought you meant Gary from SpongeBob.
No. He did Gary Vee. The video was like this. He went to a kid's like,
This doesn't sound right. This sounds really bad so far.
He went up to a kid.
Keep that in mind.
Bro, I can't stop laughing and tell you the story.
Oh God. You want to show me later?
It's that funny. So the impression was like...
Do you want to show me later?
I have to, bro. I gotta get my control.
Alex, put this also in the video.
He went up to a kid's like booth because he was selling like, you know those people who sell their stuff in front of their house?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yes.
He was in the yard. He was like...
What can I do you for today?
How much for the quarter?
The quarter? I mean, I think that's just change from the last customer.
Change is a dying currency. How much for the quarter?
Why would I sell a quarter? It's worth 25 cents. I'm not going to go lower than
24 cents.
Why?
Oh my gosh,
That's too funny.
Dude, if you want, you can just show me later. I'll put it in the video.
Bro, I have to explain it because it was hilarious. Because Gary Vee, one of the things he says, like, he thinks no one can be broke. So he goes to yard sales and he buys shit from people. He was like, how much for the quarter?
How much for the quarter? What the fuck is that? What does that mean?
He's like, because he's always like, I gotta, oh, that's what he says. I can't keep, I'm crying.
I can't
explain
tell.
it.
Dude, it's hot.
Alright. I got this. He was like, he's always thought, he's a millionaire, right? He's like, he has a shitload of money. And he's trying to out hustle these people trying to sell like $15 mugs, bro. And he did the impression. He's like, how much for the quarter? He was like, that's just change. It's like, 15 cents! Bro, I know I'm making no sense right now. You okay, bro?
I'm trying not to laugh because I'm just curious what you're saying.
Insert this clip before anything I said, bro.
I'm gonna insert this clip and I'm just gonna have your face in the background just dying as his clip is going on.
Bro, he was like, how much for the quarter?
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna zoom in on your head when you were dying, and I'm just gonna have that. How much is the quarter just going on in your brain?
Bro, it's fucking like put a thought bubble and it's.
Bro, I'm gonna have to get Photoshop too.
But bro, oh my god, it was fucking hilarious when he was like, "How much for a quarter?" He's like, "That's just my change," and he was like, 50 cents, take it or leave it. He's like recording it because Gary Vee records everything. He's like, I'm about to fucking out hustle these fuckers. He was like, that's for a quarter. He's like, hit him. So we get him, fuckers. 15 cents for the quarter.
Ow, my stomach.
And then he put on a knife. He's like, how about now? I was like, bro, what?
Is he
He
trying to sound like Mickey Mouse?
Bro, that's how Gary Vee sounds.
That's just how he's.
It's like, how much for a quarter, fucker? Bro, I have to show you the video because it's hilarious.
Impression?
No. Well, yes, but no. If you made it your journey through actually trying to... Actually, you know I still have those type of like bands right over there? Take them. Edit this out. Anyways.
Not gonna lie, I wish you made a shirt though.
I did.
Ah, a nice long sleeve? Think about it, you get a nice long sleeve.
I did make long sleeves, but they were gray.
Nah, I was gonna say, like, you got a nice long sleeve, it could be any color you want. You like red, right? It could be like, I don't know, a red and black. You make it like a half and half. But then for the arms, it switches between the striped colors of each shirt, of each color.
You see, I try to do, like, those really complicated designs only work well if you have, like, pretty good fabric.
Oh, that's true. If you were using, like, nylon or some shit.
Yeah, it's just, like, it looks weird.
Fair.
But, back to
the
like, it was impressive for...
I'm so sorry. My ADHD that I don't even know if I have is going crazy.
Well, no, your personal brand. So if you made your personal brand your journey through...
Stop. I'm trying to fix it.
I think I'm like, what's wrong with this man's can?
Are you trying to wait so you can say the quarter thing? Is that what you're doing? I knew it.
I'm trying to quarter. Anyways. If you made your personal brand
15 cents.
Your personal brand 15 cents.
No,
if you made your personal brand your journey trying to conquer your mental health, I think people would relate to that way more. And also it could be a good way to why you do art. It'd be like a second degree of your art.
I guess so. The only thing though, because I got this idea when I was extremely depressed. Still am. A lot better now.
You know, tell them the backstory right now.
Damn. How far back should I go? Because it still hurts.
Give us like the Uber 60-second pitch.
Some of them. Okay. Alright, so essentially, I'm just going to keep it nice and brief. I'll probably talk about it in later episodes because knowing us, you know, we're technically short on time for each recording. Has to be an hour and then, you know, more.
We hit 30 minutes.
So.
Oh, no, we didn't.
No, it goes so much faster. This is still fun though. But.
It's fun. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm going to say, like, this is fun. But even though time's going by slow, I'm kind of happy it is.
You appreciate it.
Yeah.
I feel like when we're on, like, episode 100.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to. It's just going to fly.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours in.
Especially if we have other people here, it's going to fly.
We don't have the stamina. Go ahead. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, okay. You know what? Fair, actually. That's not even how I meant it.
I'm just concerned with the audio.
Audio is going to...
If it's trash, I'm scared.
For a starter, it is fine. I'll let you know that for sure. But what we can do...
It's getting editor.
By the time... That too. But I would say by the time for Friday...
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
No, I think... how fast do you think you can edit it?
Oh, I could get it done by Friday.
By Friday?
If I start today and shit, I could get it done by Friday.
Because I was thinking, it's Monday, right?
Hmm?
That's I think if we upload it by Thursday, Friday, and then upload on Friday's episode by Monday, and just keep that schedule.
what I was gonna say,
I have surgery on Monday though.
you have surgery.
Yeah, for my mouth.
Oh, like wisdom teeth stuff, or is it like
It's a boring process.
ah.
Stupid.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you about my wisdom teeth in case I didn't. It's fucking hilarious. But what I was gonna say is that by Friday, if we use Amazon Prime or some shit, whatever, we can get microphones, either the handhelds or the ones you have. But what I was gonna say, because if you're worried about audio, and the next time, instead of recording on the phone, I could record on my laptop, and then we'll hook up the microphones. Because if I record on my laptop, the audio gonna sound like ass. If we have the microphones, it's gonna sound good. And editing would be better and stuff like that. I would just need a spot to like plug it in. I have a long wire.
Can we just connect the phone to the computer?
We can.
Because that's what we did for the other podcast. We connected it to the monitor so it can show on the monitor while also recording on the phone.
We can if you want to do it like that. I just didn't know if you like were so worried about like the audio that like.
No, I just want it to be quality. You know.
All right.
But
for now, this is fine. I can at least say that.
I feel like before we make a heavy investment into it, we need to have two things done. I think we should have more videos, and then also making some type of money off of it.
True. Yeah. All right. That's fair.
Because like by the time we hit 100-ish subscribers, I'm gonna see like, okay, how can we monetize this at least?
Or even 100 followers on TikTok or something.
Yeah, like
because even with that, we can at least see people are liking it. So we can try and guide them to YouTube, let's say, and then from there, we kind of piggyback from each platform.
Yeah, but we need to make some type of revenue. Like I understand if we invest like in microphones. Microphones are not that much. What?
I'm feeling tingly.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
Like
I'ma be juiced.
But I think the first major investment we should make is editor, because then that way we can make more videos.
That's true. That really should be the first investment.
Yeah.
The second investment definitely goes for audio.
Yeah.
Because recording ourselves
and lights. Or no. You know what we should?
A ring light could be okay though.
Studio.
Like a full blown studio, or you want to like upgrade this place?
Because we can rent.
That's true.
Because we could be like, yo, it's just outside. Oh,
no, because I'm looking around because I was like, we could rent, but before we rent, we could at a low cost to zero cost. Not like I'm not saying transform the whole thing because I'm gonna say but what we can do is get certain things for like behind us and just clean up this area a tad bit to where it's like a free studio for the time being until we get revenue to get a studio.
Like put this painting on a hook, something like that.
Which I could do. I have extra hooks, and it's not like the ones that hit into the wall. It's
we
like
also need to make what's going to be the aesthetic or like
if we're going
of
for
the podcast.
If we're going for maximum Alex, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna need to cut a lot of this out.
Or keep it in.
Or keep it in.
Like, how to make brainstorming a successful podcast.
True that. And since technically we are on the depression topic, when I get back to that topic, you're gonna need to cut that and make this a part of it so it matches up audio wise, because I don't want it to be like a jumbled mess sort of. Mm. And then this part, you can either make it after or before, or if you really want, you could make it towards the end. It's up to you.
We'll get to the point where we really don't even have to edit.
Yeah. Even though I do like edit, I'm not gonna lie, even if we get editors, there's probably gonna be like, I might even put myself, I'm gonna say on the payroll, I'm gonna put myself like on one of the work days.
You have equity.
Yeah, I'll be like, you know what? Even though we have editors, I'll work Monday, someone work Tuesday, but I like
but
editing.
You'll be a manager.
Yeah,
so
no.
The thing is,
I just think it's fun though.
The hierarchy, I'm gonna put that in air quotes.
Mm-hmm. No, okay, I was just thinking about.
If you put it in air quotes, it's gonna be editors, manager. You manage editors. I manage you managing the editors.
And then
to make sure nothing is going crazy wrong.
Real.
And then my role is
you join a Discord call one day and we all have our cameras on. You're like, what the fuck? We're all dressed up. You just see, and I'm gone. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm back. And I'm in the sumo outfit. All right. So what do you guys want? I'll buy you guys food.
I'm like, what?
Damn, why aren't you guys working? That's so crazy. I leave.
I call you. It's like,
Yeah.
why? What?
Before
What
you
were
get
doing?
angry,
It's like, how much money did you send?
do you
me?
want to see something funny?
No.
I send you a video. It's me doing the Russian dance with the sumo outfit.
I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but how much money did I spend?
I checked the bank account. It's like negative 1,000.
I got you a costume too. but yeah, my bad. Oh yeah, so the whole managing.
Yeah, you manage editors. I manage you manage editors, and then I bring in revenue.
You know what? If I get bored, I'll make them manage each other. See what happens.
Well, I mean, you get
That'd
to the
be
point
hilarious.
where you can hire a manager managing the editors. I manage you managing the manager that's managing.
I feel
the
like
editor.
if the editors are like
funny.
really well trusted, that would be funny because it's like a constant chain. But if I trusted them enough, I'd probably just have them either not manage each other, but you know what I mean, like manage each other. It sounds weird, like
you have one.
They're
that
not gonna-
mostly takes accountability.
yeah, like one will mainly
Project
take the
leader, yeah.
accountability, but in reality, they're all just making sure they're all doing what they have to do. Kind of like Twitch streamers when they have mods. They all keep track of the chat,
Yeah.
but you know, at the end of the day, they're all kind of managing each other as well to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do, like that.
Yeah. Because then there's a whole bunch of other components like.
And plus, I don't want to hire like a manager too to manage them, and they're like a lot more strict than me because I do want them to have some sort of freedom.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like a
'Cause
dead end job.
The thing with the studio is producer.
I can make some sick beats.
Not beats.
Boom,
As in
boom.
producer beats, like as in like making sure all the cameras are doing what they're supposed to do. Basically.
I guess for the meantime, I'll do that too.
But the thing, yeah.
Cause I'm
and
chill
then
with tech stuff.
My job is just how to make the thing money.
Essentially, your job is how to make it money and just make sure everything's operating fine. So like when it comes to, cause I don't know how much you know about like the tech stuff. I can give you like the rundowns of it, and then you know from what I've told you at the very least, like for cameras, make sure everything's up to date. Or if you have questions, you'll ask me. I'll buy you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But
It's kind of like a learning thing because you can
Yeah.
teach me about the business aspect, and I can
Yeah.
teach you about like the inside aspect.
because especially in terms of division of work, you're more product focused. Like, okay, how do we make the video or whatever better?
Mhm.
And then mine is like, okay, how do we make this shit money and make sure people are always coming for an interview or a podcast episode?
And then at some point we can do like cross training, where you'll teach me and then I teach
Yeah.
you. So then let's say one day I can't do what I have to do, you can do both, or one day
Yeah.
you can't do what you have to do, I'll do both.
Another complication, what I
Oh,
want to know is like bringing people.
That's gonna be the hardest part. But you know my motto, kids, do not listen to my motto. But you know my motto, leave it for future Alex. This is his problem. Present Alex, I'm vibing.
But
Future Alex, fuck past Alex. That's literally how
that's
it
the
goes.
thing. Like, if it's here, I feel like no one's coming.
Oh, if it's here, we're gonna need like a studio at first.
Like,
If we had friend wise, we're fine. Like Edwin and stuff. You met Edwin actually.
yeah, but even then, it's like they're gonna be like, "Can I leave?" No, after some time.
No, not Edwin. At the very least, not him. He's actually like in terms of talking.
In terms of
he's like-
space,
Space, yeah, space will be the issue.
that's the only thing I'm really worried.
Knowing him, he's gonna try and sit on my lap. I'm gonna tell him no.
But if I do research and we can find a freaking
Cut that out.
studio, a
Mhm.
studio for like $200 an hour, just run it for an
It's
hour.
not bad. Yeah, I was gonna say we only like in the beginning it's probably only.
We just
an
gotta
hour.
go in there and get just
It's
straight.
gonna be like us with the parking lot. 30 minutes.
It's like, all right, get going now.
Let's go. We do an hour in 1 minute. That public safety police shows up. No, how'd you find that?
It's like, okay, now we have a $600 fee,
Yeah,
and it's like,
you got that right.
I'm like,
You invest in stocks or something like that. I leave.
I put on a suit.
Go to court. You're like, I'm gonna sue ya. But why? You didn't do the thing.
You know those videos where it's like, you're not my dad? Oh, really? And he's just sending Snapchat updates of him becoming your dad.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be yeah.
Me, when I'm a lawyer, it's like, you give me a $600 fee? I'm suing you. So you're not a lawyer.
Oh really?
Just graduated law school.
Next thing you know, you're like posing, you're like this. Just got my homeboy Dahmer out of jail. Just some shit like that. And they're like,
And they're like, now it's your turn.
yeah. But oh shit, we shouldn't have fucked.
To be continued.
But I think for now, This will do. Actually, to be honest, for the both of us, for like the first 3-4 episodes before we probably get someone on,
Yeah.
this is fine in terms of space. If we,
It's my mother. Sleeping. Edit that out.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was like a cat scratching at the wall.
Imagine. You sure?
It's Max. Like, Max, what are you doing here? Why are you following?
I wanted to be on
Max
the
is my cat.
podcast.
Yeah.
He's like,
He
oh
opens
shit.
the door. He walks in.
Yo, but I watched a video yesterday with my girlfriend, and fucking they were watching this video, and the dogs were like running after the people. It was animated,
Yeah.
but the dogs were actually running, and they were running away.
So I love videos like that. Max is gaining sentience. Like he's already sentient queer because he's a cat.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, when he wants to get in my room, let's say I'm going there, he'll run to it. He'll deadass stand on 2 legs and use his paws to grab the doorknob. I'm like. But there was a time we were talking about it yesterday because Max, he doesn't drink from the water bowl. I don't know why. Probably because when we were young, or when he was younger, we'd like get water and then a cup and give it to him because he wouldn't drink it. So now he's sort of like that, where he'll drink water once a week for some reason, and he's fine though.
Yo, that man dehydrated.
Nah, he's fine. For some reason, he's fine. He doesn't even smell. We don't give him showers. He doesn't smell. He smells like nothing. Luna? I was like, God. But anyways, we were talking about, we're like, dude, if we could get, like, if he had opposable thumbs, he'd probably stand on 2 legs, get a cup, and just fill the water himself. And in my head, I was laughing because I was like, with how intelligent he surprisingly is, probably wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
True.
Should we get back on the depression topic? I'm not lying. These topics are pretty funny though. But the depression topic, if we want to do it,
How far are we in?
Like
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Kind of 20. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do it like that.
All right. So for the whole depression thing, I'm not lying. I forgot where I left off. I just remembered talking about like the whole.
Oh, I was talking about how you should
Oh yeah, the
build your
profit
personal
thing.
brand.
Yeah, the brand. So, how it got me to art? Because what I'm gonna say, remember how, excuse me, how when I was depressed and whatever, and we were, bam,
Yo, bro.
and we were drawing.
Cut that out.
And you keep it in. And we were drawing just all that wild shit.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of TikToks, even to this day, where it's like not like sad drawings, but like dark drawing, you know what I mean? Like skulls, shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
The emo shit.
Shit like that.
Yeah. I don't like to call it emo. I don't really like calling stuff or people like emo. And it's not because they aren't. To me, it just sounds mean. I have no clue why. But right, that stuff, I thought about it because I was like, that could be my branding. But I was like, I don't want to make my brand about me and my art being sad because I want to switch it up. Basically, you know how Xavier Owen did, you know, like college stuff, whatever, right? That was basically how I was thinking. Or bleep it. At least the name. I don't think I said like a rapist name or something.
You know, remember Jeffrey Dahmer? Like, took blood.
Real one. Cut that out.
Cut that out!
Cut that out.
Anyways.
Or
Or leave it.
if it picks up that maybe, I'm gonna be shocked. What we at? 41? 42? We're gonna come back to that. Cause if it picked it up, that's gonna be crazy. I didn't want my brand to only be something like that if I were to draw.
Yeah.
I want to mix it up. I want to be able to draw like the dark stuff, the happy stuff, the fantasy shit, anything, right? So, I didn't do it. Would it have been smart for me to do it? Yeah, in a way. If I wanted to make profit, it could have been a good start. Because at the time, that was all on my TikTok, right? So I clearly knew I was in that category of like that fans would like. So if I were to post, other people would probably see it. Like, not guaranteed, but it'll be there.
When it comes, I mean, like you, not like how you being sad. It should be you trying to not be sad.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah.
That could have worked.
Because I don't think ethically you would want to promote sadness.
No, I don't want to make other people sad.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I think you want to promote the journey of becoming happy. And I think that's what you're working for right now, so it would make the most sense.
True.
Because if you want to get more depressed, you just talk more about depression.
Dude, I want to get more depressed. I just gotta remember those 3 words. Damn it! No, I'm
Starts
playing.
crying. Zoom in.
I could fake cry. I'm really good at fake crying.
Nah, should be real.
Oh.
How much for the quarter? I think that was just a perfect time to
It
say
was.
that. But when it comes to like personal brand, I think like you know how mine is trying to become an entrepreneur.
Mm.
Yours can be trying to find meaning in life, purpose, happiness.
On that, bro. Like the happiness, yeah, the purpose sort of, but the like meaning of life, gave up. You wanna know why?
Not meaning of life, meaning of your life.
You wanna know why, bro?
Why?
Remember how I told you it's like a Rubik's Cube with like 10 million squares?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a random combination till I find it.
I mean, isn't that better though?
Yeah, I like it. I like it like that because one, it makes me try new things. Two, it lets me see who I really am. And three, it lets me reinvent myself. Even though that one sounds, let's be real. It sounds kind of like cliche.
What?
The whole like reinventing thing. Everybody says I'm gonna reinvent myself.
I
Even
think people
big
say it
booty
but never
IG
do it.
models. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It sounds cliche, whatever, but like the whole reinventing myself. In case I'm not even saying it because I don't like myself.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not trying to make this sound. I'm not gonna say it, but we all know what I was about to say.
It's funny how the two hosts contrast each other.
Oh yeah, he's the optimist. I'm the pessimist.
I mean, I have to be. Think about
True
it.
that.
As
Dude,
an
we're both
entrepreneur, bro.
Oh.
Even
Yeah,
that
yeah,
though.
too.
But like, even in terms of like friendship or chemistry or entrepreneurship, say if you're an entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneur and you're a pessimist, you're never gonna think anything fucking works out.
Yeah, you're probably gonna quit.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, I have to be semi-delusional to make some weird stuff. Like, even us trying this podcast out is semi-delusional.
The thing is with me though, I'm a pessimist, but I'm also on the verge of like a realist. Cause, let's say, like my friend came up to me and just straight up said, "Hey yo, bro, I'm gonna make bank off selling."
Thumbs.
Yeah, like the rubber thumbs. I'm gonna be a realist. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, no one's buying that. I'm gonna keep it real. That died already, and like,
But then you see like the person making bank off selling like lip gloss caps. And
Yeah.
you're like, so that's why I can never be a real
I guess.
realist of like, because there's some people who just break the mold and they're like, yo,
yeah, they somehow managed to do good, and I'm
let
like,
me
damn.
sell you Oprah's farts, and they just make it.
But to be fair, I'm a realist, but clearly, and a pessimist. But if someone proves me wrong, I'm not gonna like keep that.
That's what I think this podcast
Like
is
that
really
is.
about, though. Like, it's for me and you, though, not for like the viewer. I think the viewer just comes here to like,
Dude, they're just here to chill,
they're here to I want them to here to chill, but also to learn
to learn, chill, and laugh.
and realize some things about their own selves.
Funnily enough, though, you know what I do gotta say? Despite us being opposites in the optimist pessimist territory, we are both surprisingly really good at just being funny and lifting people's moods.
I mean,
Despite being opposites, because let's be real, if you're a pessimist, you wouldn't expect them to be like, "Oh shit, haha, funny, I'm giggling, laughing, clapping my ass," sort of deal, right? From an optimist, you expect. From a pessimist, not really.
I was about to say, can you demonstrate that?
But for a optimist, it
Yeah.
makes sense. But then the other thing too that makes you, which is weird because you wouldn't expect it from an optimist, is that if something's like sad or whatever, right? You could still be real at times. That makes you seem like a pessimist, which again you wouldn't expect from an optimist. Optimist, fucking dick in hand, like, yo, don't worry, everything's gonna work out. I'm gonna keep edit that out, but you know what I mean.
Don't edit that out.
Keep it in. It was funny.
But the thing is, I don't think you can always be 100%.
Oh, for either or.
Yeah, I think
I'm not gonna lie. You know what it is?
to have the brain cells to realize the other person could be semi-right.
Yeah. AKA if you're fucking dumb. No, I'm playing. But
How much is a quarter?
actually don't show it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, like you can't just go one way or the other. I'm gonna keep it real. We just started life. Can we say our age?
I think it provides transparency.
True that, and plus, at least they know they can relate to us a little bit more. Y'all gonna be shocked.
We're right now. Guess how old we are.
Yeah, put in the comments. We'll
Right.
wait a few seconds.
Put like the Jeopardy music. Huh?
What's happening there?
I think 7. D2.
All right.
We are
12. No, we're 18. We're 18. We just started life. I know I may look 35, and he may look like bald, I guess, but
I am bald.
he looks like 20 something.
Bro, I'm scared to be bald.
I'm not. Dude, I want to so bad.
Bro, like
I want to shave I want to see that indent. I want to use a tech deck for it.
bro, like I don't know. Unless I grow a full beard, I don't think I could fully commit to being bald. I'm gonna have to spray paint my head or some shit. Look like a Lego.
Like for real?
Genuinely,
like if you were to like go bald, like you see
tomorrow.
one bald spot, like you'll start molding, you'll be like.
Generally, because I think I had so much of attachment to my hair when I had it longer.
Mm-hmm.
And
I ain't gonna lie.
Picture of me when I was younger.
Yeah, I only have one picture, and guess which picture it is?
What?
We're near the railroad, and you're like,
oh,
yeah.
That's the only picture you have together, I think.
On my phone, yeah. I don't know
my phone.
Oh, you too?
I don't even know if I still have it.
That's how we're best friends. Oh yeah, hold on, wait. I keep forgetting. Our real handshake is this.
Crossroads!
On the road again. I just fall over.
We're at 50? Yeah, we're at 50. We hit it. This is
surprisingly like, well, I'm not gonna lie, it's not surprising. This is just really fun.
Yeah.
Like, are they learning a lot from this first episode?
Yes and no.
We keep jumping from topics. Yeah, like it's like
I think it's a normal conversation.
Yeah, just like a normal. This is how a normal podcast, I guess, would be. Okay, I just want to make sure nothing important happened. But like, are they learning a lot?
We just
not really. Like it just I said, like it's 50-50.
Yeah. We have to get it like.
We gotta get the ball rolling. This is just a start.
Yeah. Disclaimer: the first 10 videos of us are gonna be shit. I already know that.
Absolutely.
But I feel like once we get to like 10,
that's probably where we're gonna pick
after like a month of like podcast short form, and we just get into the cycle of like, all right, post, edit,
blah blah. Yeah.
Find people.
Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna get into the flow of things.
Or find studio. Investment. Make money off of it. Circle.
It's gonna work.
Circle.
It's gonna work after a while. For now, you can think of the first few episodes as just getting to know us in a way.
Yeah.
And what essentially we're going to be talking about. Is it going to be a lot of random stuff in the first episodes?
100%.
Dude, I think after this first video, they can understand that it is.
But
we were talking about a quarter.
I mean, it is a play the clip.
Play the clip. We don't even use it. Play the clip.
Play the clip. That's what I'm going to say every single time. Play the clip.
Can you imagine one day, like,
it's like a year after the podcast is finally successful, and I'm like, you know what? We're going throwback for y'all to not play the clip,
dude. You know what'd be funny? Just like one day,
for the quarter.
You're like out of the view, like you're in the bathroom or something, and you're like coming out, and you hear me say something, and just in the background, editor, play the clip. And I'm just like, play the clip. Nah, you know what'd be cool? Even though it sounds like a dream, I still think we achieve. Why don't we say like somehow get to 100,000 followers or subscribers, and we like decide to do like a special. We have like all the funniest moments as a podcast and all the learning fun moments. Yeah, like a collage from all our videos. That'd be so cool to see where we started to that point.
I think the only way we get there is through continuously doing it.
Oh yeah, it's consistency.
Because I guarantee, like, if we have like a week or 2 weeks where the videos just brick, our motivation is gonna get tested so hard.
Oh yeah, bro. Basically, like we said, ooh, this is actually a good topic for the podcast, especially since it's near the end. Like we said when we were hanging out in the car. Pause. We're not. Like we said, like once we hit the real world and we're doing all this stuff that we thought we can achieve immediately, and we saw it didn't work out, we were just like, flipping imaginary tables.
Genuinely, I thought I was just gonna always work labor jobs for the rest of my life.
Me too, and I'm not gonna lie, maybe that will happen. I'm not gonna say it won't.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it will happen. Like, maybe we're not consistent. We lose motivation. Things don't work out. Stuff like that. Am I going to be angry with it? Probably. But like I said, I'm going to leave that for future Alex to be angry about.
Well, I always have my business, which is great. And I think you always have your art.
Yeah, that, at the very least, even if those things didn't work out, if we enjoy doing it, at least we're having fun with the shit job.
And even about the fun, it's like we have the I did it. Yes. And that could be a cop out, but I generally feel like people are so scared to even take that risk, invest the time, money, etc. And they don't even, like, you can get the story.
Yeah, they don't even try. Because even if you try, let's say it is ass, right? Like, whatever you're doing, it turns out terrible, let's say.
Dog shit.
Dog water, right? The very least you tried, even if you tried, and even for not very long, you ended up learning something. And to keep it real, a lot of things you learn in life, even from different aspects, they can come together at some point. Like us talking, whatever. All right, let's say I didn't know how to edit, but for the first few videos I tried, I now know how to do editing and whatever software. That can help me in the future if I ever wanted to be like a editor for audio of like a big company of like cartoons and movies. Like no, I mean like for studios.
Yeah, I know.
Well, actually, telling me, freelancer, you're still right. For you, business, it can, let's say you didn't know about how stocks and shit work, right? So you end up learning it through stocks. You end up learning how to sell it. And then let's say on the side, all right, well, since I know how it works, I'm going to invest in stocks. Something like that. You know, like something you learn can always translate. And even let's say you learn how to manage stocks, it's still an observation thing plus a learning method. So let's say you thought to yourself, you know what, business isn't going well for me. Let me try art. From you doing all this stuff and you gaining that knowledge and observation,
or just social media in general,
or social media, it can be put to those things because observation is a big key when it comes to creativity. In terms of art creativity,
motherfucker, if you got a fucking thing you want to start,
do it, bro.
Just do it.
Especially if you're young. I'm not saying you can't when you're older,
but it's harder.
It's harder, yeah.
Because you have so much things that are attached to you that you might not be able to take a risk. Like. A great thing. You remember who Alex Ramosi is? Who I told you about?
Yeah.
He's like, he has this little framework that I really like. He's like, what would my 80-year-old self say about what I'm gonna do? And when you think like that, it's like when you're dying, 80 years old, you barely can move. Is there something back then I wanted to do that I didn't do?
And for most people,
that scares the shit out of me.
That scares me. But funnily enough, I think me being depressed made me overcome it.
Why?
Alright, so before I get into that, I just want to say this. For most people, by the way, that tends to be working out. Because they realize once they're older how bad their health is. They're like, damn, I wish I worked out because I'd probably be in better condition by now. But for me, I've overcame it. Because I, from someone who has depression and has been to therapy, which sadly didn't really work out that well. To be fair, I didn't really tell him everything. I still told him most stuff, but not like everything. I figured out that I was so obsessed with the idea of just dying that when it came to older stuff, like, because I've even thought about like, oh damn, like older me would be so disappointed in me right now if I made it past my thresholds of, you know, the year I wanted to live at and before I ended. To the point where I was like, shit, I'm gonna die soon. What's he gonna care about, right?
Yeah.
And then when I got to the point where I clearly don't want to die as much anymore, now, if I were to die, it would be in a situation where I'm just like, no, like I don't want to die, but if I were in a situation where I was gonna die, I probably wouldn't do anything about it.
There's a different word for that.
I forgot what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, the best way I usually describe it, because I always tell people, I want to die, but I don't. That's usually what I just say.
I told the shit right now from the story.
I would have been upset. I would have been like, damn, we got to the good part. Right? I forgot the word too, but that's essentially what it is. So now, when I think about older me thinking back, at the very least, I at least think about it in the positive way, something I would never do, by the way. 2 years ago, Alex, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, Alex, would never say this. But I would just be like, you know what, older Alex would probably be disappointed in me not achieving what I wanted to achieve. But he would, at the very least, be proud that I overcame my biggest hurdle. At the very least. And that makes me happy enough. Am I content with it? I'm content with it, but I still want to do more.
Do you ever regret not taking some of the advice I gave when we were younger?
100%. Because then I could be better now. Shit, I'm not gonna lie. If I did that, who knows? I'd be a fucking Greek god by now. If it came to working out, or for art, I could be a lot better. Or like
Picasso.
Who knows? Maybe I have a girlfriend or something, right?
Yeah.
In case you guys know, I'm single.
Send
Ugly
dick
but
pics.
single. What? Dick pics?
See these grippers?
No, I forgot.
That's why I'm keeping my feet down.
Yeah, for real. It's so hard though. I like sitting like that. But yeah, I'm single. He's not. I just want to have that out there. So if we ever do become famous, don't hit him up.
Dave, whoa. When?
Oh yeah, you're right. When? So next year. I think we can get to at least 1,000 by next year. By the way.
See, I didn't want to.
Actually,
I didn't want to be too ambitious about it because, like, say we
yeah, we end up flopping.
it's like I have a great thing about this. Like, manage your expectations because that was the first thing that got me.
I'm good at that.
But like not to a degree where like you downgrade it,
I'm not good at that.
and to a degree where you keep it
Just real.
not even real.
Oh.
If you look at a spectrum, always pick the low end.
I was about to say something that could get me canceled.
He was like, spectrum?
I love that internet. I was about to say something
But-
so bad.
When you look at it like best case scenario and worst case scenario, the worst case scenario, I think some people go too worse. Like they go, okay, I can either be rich or completely homeless.
Here's the thing. This is actually, in a way, it depends on their actual attitude towards it. In a way, that's stoicism. Because when you're stoic, you have low expectations. Now, I'm not saying you should have extremely low. But the reason why, because they have low expectations. So if something were to happen,
Yeah, exactly.
it's not going to hurt them that
Yeah.
much. And when something good happens, they're not going to like focus on it too much, but then be like, wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get wicked. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's
But like when it's extremely low.
that's why I didn't want to be like, yo, we're gonna get 1,000 subscribers. Yo, we're gonna make $1,000 a
at the
month.
very least, though, you know what I think we can accomplish? You guys might think it's low, but I think it's at least a real expectation.
100.
At least 100.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, at the very, very least, 20 to 30.
Yeah.
That would still make me happy, knowing 20, 30 actually. Wow,
I got
that's
20.
crazy.
I got 20 and 30, 20 to 30 just posting shorts.
Exactly. And even then, that would still make me happy.
Yeah.
Like, knowing people were at least interested, even if it didn't last long. I'm like,
But my main goal is in a
you
year.
know what? And I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
In a year, if we can get this podcast to at least make some type of money.
Honestly, even 75 cents would be crazy.
Bro, if we can get ad revenue, I would like cream my pants.
Real. Real.
Bro. I don't have a, I thought we had, oh yeah, we hit an hour.
I'm still down to record because it's like 2, I think.
Yeah.
Check your phone because I can't. Technically, I could.
It's 2:30.
Oh yeah, we got time.
Yeah. But it's gonna be funny looking back on this first video. I feel like we achieved.
If we 100% not
No,
when.
What? Sorry, my bad.
We
My bad. My bad. My bad.
You know what's bad if I'm telling you. Come
Yeah.
on. Oh damn.
I mean,
Nah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, but like,
I mean,
damn.
if I tried to do this 2 years, Alex, ago, bro, he'll be like, "Fuck this podcast."
Nah, I would have helped. I still, dude, you know me.
You would have
Back
helped,
then,
but I think
I would have had
once
such low expectations.
when it got hard, I think you would back off.
I would, yeah. So here's the thing about me. I don't like saying this because
Yeah, we'll describe both of us of how we are. I'll describe how when we start something.
yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
for me, here's the issue. I don't like saying this because to me, I don't think it's true, but at the same time, it is. Back then, and even a little bit now, I was a huge quitter. I would give up, and it was odd because even though I say I was a quitter and I give up, there were certain things I didn't give up on. Clearly, one of them being me being depressed, the art. And surprisingly, working out, even though I'm not consistent with it, I would still try like when I can. But if it got hard, even for those things, I would back off for as long as possible before it ended up hitting me where I was like, oh, well, I can't avoid it. And I ended up going back to it. That was me back then. And I had extremely low expectations. Like if Dwell told me, hey, you want to start a podcast? I would be a good friend. I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll start it to help him out, right? Because I don't have a problem with it. And plus, I think it's a fun idea. But if he asked me, why does my hair look like a rectangle at the top? I should have kept my hair. Kobe. Anyways.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. a rip. I just realized. I thought you were talking about me. Now everything's about me.
No, in the sense of never mind.
I know.
These were such cues that only friends got.
For real.
They don't even know what just happened right now.
For real. Later on, we'll describe more and more.
Go ahead.
So I was like a quitter. Shit like that, tight. I would get upset. Well, he asked me, like, let's say, Junior, my bad. He asked me, like, let's say, yeah, I'm gonna say it don't matter that much. Big D. If he was like, oh, you want to do a podcast, which we actually tried doing in the past. Granted, I did end up giving up. It was because I just had such low expectations. Like, he'd be like, oh yeah, we can get this shit to like 100 followers, 100 subs. And in my head, I was like this. That's a high expectation, dog. You think that's really possible?
You would actually say that?
Yeah, like, I would genuinely ask him. Before the podcast and shit, I'd be depressed asking that shit. During podcasts, it'd be like how I am now. I'd be making jokes, some depression here and there. But like, that was me. Back then. Fucking what? I'm surprised I had friends.
I think people appreciate that though.
Me being depressed? Shit, I hope so. Nah, I'm playing.
Misery loves company, but company loves misery.
Real. Because I guess in the sense, even though they're going to sound fucked up, I'm trying to find a way to word it, but I'm just going to say it how I want to say it. When people see other people sad and depressed and just, going through shit, they probably want to be their friend or be there for them and stuff like that. Not because they want to fix them most of the time or they want to help them most of the time, because them seeing that just makes them think, this person's human too. Because I'm going to be real. Who wants to be friends with someone who's literally perfect at everything? Not me. I'm going to think, you're a psychopath. Don't believe me, Google it, by the way. Psychopaths are extremely good at a lot of things. And it's because they try and fit in those aspects.
But you see, my mother said the same thing about me. I said, nobody wants to be your friend because you are too ambitious or you want to achieve too much.
And to me, I don't think that's true because that's human. A lot of people, to me, if you
extreme
have extreme ambitions, I consider you human. You want to know why?
Why?
I consider you human because clearly you've experienced, at least in a sense, or even if you haven't, but in the case where you have, you've experienced failure, right? Or even if you haven't experienced failure, this could be the moment for you to experience failure. And you could have, either your optimist or pessimist side. Mm-hmm. That's human. Or if you have experienced failure, then you're making these ambitions because you want to achieve it. To me, that's human, right? People don't want to give up on the things they love. And even if they do give up on the things they love, I also consider that human. The only times I won't is if you try it and you're just perfect at everything. Like, somehow, like, everything worked out for you. You knew everything was going to work out. You're still, like, making bango. You're making profit. All these other things that, let's be real, an average person probably won't be able to do. Like, imagine an average person. Like, imagine someone who has never worked out before all of a sudden doing handstand push-ups. I wouldn't be like, you're not human.
The thing is like, now you're getting into like genetic gifts and kind of playing around with that. I think in the sense of like, people who are naturally good at things sometimes have tendencies that people who are not good at things have. For example, if someone's super good at something, they usually have tenacity to endure pain, to suck at something, to dedicate extreme focus during something. So I think if you want to be naturally good at something, just take the good habits that everyone has and apply them to any activity you want. For example, if I wanted to get good at fucking art, I would just paint all day long. I wouldn't go read.
But it takes time.
Exactly. But you can achieve way more with just trying to do something than... Imagine if we started this podcast and I'm like, yo, let's go read 20 books on podcasts and never record a video.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna. You're gonna know. Yeah, you're gonna know how to do it. Yeah. But if you don't actually put it to the test, but that's the thing too. Most of the time, no one really succeeds on their first attempt.
True. We made 2 other podcasts.
Exactly. That's what I don't know. I think being human is being able to suck at something, but you know, be able to like, push through, or even if you're actually good at something, still being able to, you know, have like human-esque traits where you're like vulnerable, yeah, where you can still be vulnerable even if you don't show it at times.
Yeah,
that's what I think being human is. You know, and if you don't show those things, that's fine.
Depends on how you view human. Because now we're getting into like, if you take the average person doesn't really want anything except for like the basic necessities. Like, well, we wouldn't have a podcast if we didn't want more in life. True. But a lot of people don't start podcasts because they don't give a fuck.
That's true, but they might have other things they would like, but they just don't. They have that mindset where they just don't feel like they can do it. Basically, me actually, when it came to art, which is why I was like so inconsistent.
But in a sense, it's like I think everyone needs a person who's a weirdo.
100%. Give the weird girl a chance. Real shit, bro.
Alex 2020.
Real shit, dude. I've said a lot of shit this year.
You got a quote. You're a shaman.
My favorite quote that was recent. Sometimes I'll be zoning out in the shower, and next thing you know, I have my ass cheeks spreading because I'm washing it. That was 2023. Zoning out in the shower, and next thing you know, cut that out.
That was the most random quote.
True though. Is it
sometimes not? Just standing there and like get smacked on the dick.
Real shit.
It's like,
but
give me 5.
But you gotta remember, this is actually. And the reason why I'm actually talking about this, because if you've known me, you have known when I was depressed, and I still sort of actually feel this way to a certain extent. That I'll go into probably later on, if I remember. I have a really bad memory. I'm probably gonna forget to pay the editors.
I'm paying the editors.
Oh yeah, so
we're paying the editors, essentially.
Who's we?
Because we gotta split costs, we gonna split pay.
But when I was really depressed, and even now, I always consider myself.
Bro,
I was like,
before I do that, this guy's a fucking real one. You're the first person. I was talking to my girlfriend about this. You're the first person ever in the history of starting something
to give you a note. Oh, I thought you were saying
no. To give me more odds or more results in terms of upside. For example, when you said 60-40. Like that was like, huh.
Well, to me, it just makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, my initial response, by the way, when we were talking about it, I was gonna say 70-30, but you know why I didn't say it?
Why?
And I went with 60-40? It's because I thought about it logically. I was like this, let's say we don't make a lot of ad revenue in the start. I was like, technically speaking, I'm not gonna be making a lot. And I wasn't saying that I was gonna be doing most of the work.
You're doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I was like, in terms of like the actual start, it's gonna be like a slow one. So I was like, I guess 60-40 would be fine. And then I was like, later on, I'll probably mention 70-30. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm gonna keep it real with you, I'd actually be fine if I wasn't getting paid. Because I'm kind of doing this for fun.
The thing is,
I kind of just want to help. That's cool.
I want, personally, I guess in my own selfish reasons, personally, if you can stop working a job and you can do art all day long, just throw it that way.
They can be crumpled buddies. They can be crumpled buddies. I'll try to figure out where to put it.
I need garbage man. If I can get to the point where you can do art and podcasts or anything else you want to fucking do in life,
become a stripper.
I don't care, bro. Like, eat ass on a table all day long. I don't really give a fuck. If I could, yeah, application in description. But if you could do that, I think genuinely, I think that would be the greatest gift I can give to somebody.
True that. Maybe
it's just me being selfish.
I guess, but I'm not gonna lie. Being selfish every now and again don't hurt nobody. Well, it depends what you're selfish for. But like, you know what I mean.
If I look across history,
I thought you were gonna say Hitler. I'm gonna say, whoa.
I literally would like,
I'm like, don't pull a Kanye on
Mussolini.
us, dog. No, I respect it, and I gotta keep it real too. You're also a real one. You're probably one of the realest friends I had in terms of like.
Oh man, it's getting gay. Lee, amazing. Should we just kiss right now?
Sure, man. We're already making fan fiction, but. Hey man, it takes a lot to make me uncomfortable. Someone can make it, and I read it straight up. I'm reading it with you. I'm like this. I'm straight, by the way.
It's like,
imagine.
like, yo!
What?
It's like, why are you touching me?
Like, what are you mixing?
It's like, didn't you
I
want to watch?
never wheezed that hard in my life. I ran out
Like,
of
yo,
oxygen.
bro.
But in terms of like being friends with the Well for like 5 years,
Sorry, brother.
or 6, he's been like a real one because he's been there with me since like start to now. Like he's really seen my growth and drop offs. Like me jumping off a like me saying, "Let me whip this hoe," sort of deal, right? So like him being there with me and giving me advice and trying to help me, I appreciate a lot. And also what you said, it means a lot to me too, man.
Yeah, man. Because I guarantee if I said it outright to a lot of people, they'd be like, 60-40, bro? Like, make it 50-50.
Real shit.
Like, why am I getting less?
I'm gonna say Justin and Xavier, but the reason why I'm gonna say them was because knowing Xavier, he would say probably the most outlandish. Remember when he texted me and it was just gibberish?
And actually follow through with it. Generally,
Yeah, they didn't show up to.
yes.
Honestly, bro, I didn't want to. Now I'm playing. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up this morning. Remember how I told you I had to do the run? Or, well, not really had to, but I wanted to.
Mm.
When I saw that, this was my thought process. I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, I gotta get ready. I really gotta go hang out with you. So I was like, all right. Take a shower. You text me. I'll take a shower, whatever. I was like, oh yeah, I'm shaving. And then once I was done, I was like, all right, I'm gonna head down. That was me, basically. Yeah. And plus, I don't have the best track records in terms of hanging out. A lot of times I'll say I'll hang out, and the next thing you know, I don't.
Yeah.
I acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit for that. But there are times where, like, I don't know what happens. There are times, like, at least back then, which I still do get sometimes, like, I want to hang out, and when the day comes, I just get hit with, like, the biggest wave of sadness.
No,
I'm just like,
not even that. Like,
let me breathe.
me and Xavier were about to go to a party that we got invited to.
Real shit?
Yeah, like, we were in the gym, we got invited to the party. And,
If I was there, they'd be like this.
no, we didn't go.
No, but imagine like this, they see me.
We didn't go because we were like, I don't know. Like, we both woke up and we were like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of people would say, oh, you being a pussy because you were scared to go or some shit. But, like, genuinely, it was like,
I just didn't feel like it.
why?
It's like I just didn't feel like
I
it.
don't understand how people like parties. I just can't wrap my mind around that.
You want to know the thing? I don't like parties. Not because I'm not social. Don't get me wrong. Am I a fan of like talking to people? Not really. Like if I have to, I will.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. Or if you're a cool person, I don't mind talking to you. It's fine. Shit, you can be a stranger. If you walk up to me and you're chill, I'd probably talk to you. But parties, one, I'm like an anxious person, and being in large crowds does not help. Two, I'm not like, I guess I'm shy. Like if I were to dance, I can't really do it in front of people. If you're my friends, I don't mind, right? Stuff like that.
Starts twerking.
But, and the third one, I just don't see like what to do at parties. And remember too, I got no friends. So if I went to a party, it'd just be you guys. And I know you guys would probably be doing like your own thing. Let's say if we went to a party, talking to other people, talking to like you girls, whatever, right?
Not me.
Me? Yeah, I know, not you. Nerd. But like,
Me.
Xavier, you, Ivan, Edwin, right? Y'all doing your own thing. I wouldn't want to interrupt. Because I do have this like, I do have this like low self-esteem issue, I guess, where I'm like, damn, I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm just going to be over here. And also,
you don't drink either.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind drinking. You want to know something funny? Bleep this. I was in my house one time, and I essentially, no, because there was like some wine left, but it was gonna be the best looking. Right? I'm gonna keep that real.
You're gonna watch his Giga Chad transformation
one day, right? So I'm gonna keep it real. I know I'm not the best looking, so when it comes to talking to girls, I already know the best I can do is make a friend. I don't even want a one night stand, by the way. I don't want to watch TVs.
Yeah, you're one of those, no offense, one of those people who only fucks for love or money.
I find the sugar mommy, you know what's up. But the reason why I go for love, this is gonna sound really sad, but it is the truth. I go for love because I just haven't really experienced it. So I'm just like, might as well. I'm like, I've been alone for so long, I could be alone until I'm in love. I did find a TikTok though, I gotta show you. Realest shit he ever said. But continue.
I was listening.
Oh yeah, I know, but you're talking about like you for the party. I just want to say, ladies, in case you are interested. But anyways,
application in the book. In the book.
in the book, in the book, it's in the book, and they just hire a boy.
With parties, it's like you kind of only have 3 options, and especially if you don't have money. Especially if you don't have money, there's not much options you can go with.
Real.
Like, you can get a bottle, but, like, you just spend your whole paycheck
Real.
on the bottle.
Especially if they're like, hey, can you get the drinks? It's like, looks at bank account negatives. Yeah, I got you, bro.
I work at Aldi's.
Bro, I work nowhere.
I'm unemployed. But the thing is, like, you can either get fucked up, you can go after girls, or have
Or
like
fights,
a
I
good
guess.
time.
I don't know.
But think about it. You wake up the next day, it's like,
You probably feel like shit. Or you're gonna wake up in a ditch, butt ass naked. Happened more times than I can count. Yeah, man.
I don't see the point.
Yeah. Like, I would go. If someone invited me, especially if it was a friend, I'll go. Because I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll have a good time. Or at the very least, they can be maybe happy I showed up if they wanted me to go. So I'm like, you know what? At the very least, they can be happy. I know that's not a good habit. So I focus on other people being happy instead of myself when it comes to certain things. But I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't take a lot to make me like...
Why would you get them?
Why? Oh, because I was actually telling this to my sibling. So from me being depressed, I found out something about me. I like making other people happy, as you know, as cliche
That's a
and
paradox.
stupid. Yeah, as cliche, stupid, and paradoxy as how it sounds, it is true. I like seeing other people happy because I know it's difficult for me to experience it.
Yeah.
So with them experiencing it, it makes me feel at least warm inside, knowing I can make someone else happy. Because it feels like their happiness is mine. It's like I'm feeling happiness through them, right? And that's essentially why I actually wanted to get into art and animation, because I want to make stories that can kind of change how people feel. I want them to be able to feel something, like feel angry, sad, happy, everything essentially, right? Because then I feel like, hey man, because I had this depiction where I'm not human, right?
Don't you feel like you can never administer true, genuine emotion if one didn't feel them yourself?
That's true. Maybe I do feel happy. It's just hard for me to recognize it. That's actually what my therapist said when I had him. He was like, for you to at least understand how these things work, that means you've at least felt them at some point in your life. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And he was like, do you at least feel like you experienced them now? And I was like, not really. He was like, have there been times where like you felt different? I was like, yeah. He's like, probably you felt the emotion, but you just couldn't figure out what it was because it's been a while.
Identify it.
Yeah, like you couldn't identify because it's been a while. You haven't felt it in a while.
Yeah.
So that's probably the case. Like maybe I am feeling happy, but I just can't recognize it. Or maybe it just comes and goes like really quick. For like it's harder for me to pinpoint it because just there and gone.
No.
So I probably do feel happy from it because I can admit it does make me like happy and glad knowing someone else is happy and glad. Because I'm just like wicked. It's cool.
So
it's nice to see that.
Does that mean a depressed person can feel? So that wouldn't really make you depressed, because wouldn't depression mean you see the downside and everything, or like
100%. When it comes to me, because here's the thing: when it comes to other people, I try and block that out. Because I'm not trying to be the person that makes you feel like shit.
Sorry to interrupt you, but do you think there's other types of depression?
100%. I think depression isn't only I'm sad, fuck you sort of deal, right? I think it's I'm sad. If you can manage it, here's what I think. I think depression comes in one form, but depending who you are, it's a different experience, which makes it a different kind of depression. I think if you can manage it better, like how I'm doing now, let's say, compared to back then me,
yeah,
I'm depressed, so I get those, still fairly often times where I have those breakdowns and I'm like feeling extremely sad. I don't want to do anything, shit, I don't even want to get out of my bed. Back then, Alex, I could be feeling normal and I hate everything. Now, I don't hate everything as much.
So would you say if someone was depressed, you would, to cure it, change your interpretation?
Yeah,
Of
that's
reality.
the best way it goes. Because I'm gonna say this now. Sadly, it is proven you cannot cure depression. It's part of your mental, right? You can change how you think, which can help you manage it. And at best, if you manage it well, it'll be like you're not depressed, but it's still there, and you're gonna have those times where you're like in a bummer mood. But that's if you're
To go back on the thing of like, okay, if there's multiple depressions, that means someone who is genetically depressed, that could be their reality. But if someone's like,
oh, if you mean like someone
artificially depressed,
oh, you mean like that?
yeah,
Oh, then you could probably cure it. You could probably get to it. There is a thing though. It's an interesting thing. You can Google it. You can get Google. You can actually become genetically depressed, even if you're not depressed. And you wanna know how? They say there's this thing where I forgot what it's called, but it's like you're faking it, sort of. Or if you are experiencing it for real, then you
placebo
are.
effect, and essentially,
Yeah, it's like a placebo effect where you're so depressed and sad and you're focusing it on so much to the point where your brain actually just develops it. There's actually a thing I think scientists were doing. I don't remember this is real, and I want you to know, take it with a grain of salt. It's been a while, so I could be saying something completely false. So please, if someone watches this, do your research and make sure that what I'm saying isn't fake. And if it is, let me know, because I don't want to feed out fake information.
yeah.
But they were saying that if you pretended that you had like Tourette's and you kept doing it, and you kept doing those tics, at some point your brain would actually think you have it and it would actually develop Tourette's.
Even during like scans and tests.
To the point where you actually gain that disability.
Dude, there was something else I was reading about. Like, this guy had a tumor, and every night he went to sleep in the hospital, he would imagine electricity shocking the tumor, and over a couple times the tumor got smaller and smaller. I don't know if it's true, but
I don't know if this stuff is true. Like I said, if it's wrong, let us know. I don't want to feed wrong information, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
So they say it's possible, and if that's the case,
So then an interesting study would be if depressed people, say you take a group of depressed people.
yeah, a comparison essentially of
like-
people genetically depressed and people who aren't. It'd be fucked up because the people who aren't might gain it.
True. Well, if you do the inverse, like,
Oh, you're talking about
yeah, if they tried to cure it.
yeah, my bad.
But then there's like, you get to like affirmations. I don't believe in affirmations in my own thing, because I don't think you can be like, I'm rich, and then you look at your bank account. It's like, no, you fucking poor.
There's the whole manifesting aspect.
Yeah, that I believe.
Do you know what it is though? It's not that people are manifesting like it's gonna happen, like all of a sudden it's gonna pop up. It's more like they're thinking it, so it's like a positive to their brain instead of it being a negative, where they're like, oh, I'm gonna become rich, let's say. So next thing you know, they're doing everything in their power to become rich without them realizing it. It's like, actually, your brain's very interesting because you can trick it into stuff.
You know what's the inverse of that though?
Like being the negatives?
Yeah, like confronting it as like, you are fucking poor. Do something about it.
That's true. But sometimes, like people like me or people who are depressed, they look at it like that, and when they try and gain money, let's say, and it doesn't work out, then it's gonna like hit them hard. It's gonna be like,
I don't mean in a sense for happiness though. I mean in a sense of like circumstances.
oh, circumstance, yeah. For happiness, I'm gonna let you know now. If you're struggling with depression and like it's one of those where it's like you're trying to like find happiness hardcore and not being like content with where you are and stuff, it's gonna be hard. Like the motivation is gonna hit you hard. But circumstance, that is very true, where it won't be like that. Depending though, again, on you.
Do you believe a poor person could be happy?
Yeah.
Why?
If you want me to be honest, I think you can be happy even if you're like homeless.
Well, let's define happy. What is happy to you?
To me, something you can find joy in, no matter what it is. Now, clearly, I'm not saying whatever you're doing is right.
So if someone does cocaine every day.
Yeah, man, like if that makes you happy, I'm not saying it's right, but if it makes you happy, then, I would recommend you finding something else But I guess in that moment he's happy.
Yeah.
But if we're talking in a normal aspect, without drugs and murder, rape,